Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do. Push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, when you talk so much noise, sometimes you get humbled. And boy, do we get humbled yesterday. But regardless, we back at it like always. Welcome to the O.T.S.B.S Show. This your boy, Coach Lee. Man, it's Monday night, 4 days away from the weekend. Back at it like we're mad at it. But before we can do that, you got to come run one with your guys. With that being said, what's up, Uncle Leroy Jr.?
Hey, man, I'm just chilling here, what I'm saying? I've been busy getting a lot of things together. You can see through the background, we got big things popping, but look, we should do it Uncle Leroy, don't say the Leroy, without the Junior, man, kicking it on this Monday. This O.T.S.B.S Show. We talk about the bullshit. If you know you do Uncle Leroy, I like to talk about bullshit. So sit back, got a lot of bullshit to talk about, but before we get started, we got to scream way up there to the home of the Boston Baked Bean. What's that what I got too, man? Let's get him on the show, man. What's that?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Yeah, no.
Another dollar.
Hey,
Monday.
Big money over here, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm winning all my fantasy football leagues. We got the casino night going with my guy, DJ Money Fresh from New Orleans. You heard me? That's what we doing.
And video sweaters allowed. Video ugly sweaters.
Yes, I'm glad you asked. Because, see, this year is our first year doing the virtual. So it's going to be via Zoom. So you could be from New Orleans, Dallas, California. Even our friends out there in Canada can join in and get $200 if they get voted the best ugly sweater. So, yeah, man, we got that.
Yes, I'm in there. We're going to have an ugly sweater this year.
Make sure it reads Dallas Cowboys. You're a sure winner.
No.
I was just thinking about the Aints.
Hey, I'm a little sensitive about, my Saints this week, man. I'm like this close from, changing this hat to my brown paper bag, man. So, I say that soapbox for later. But let's talk about this bullshit. What we got up for tonight?
Go.
Man, we got an international story. We got some hot off the presses.
Uh-oh.
And we got some that's probably long overdue. We're going to see what's next. So the first one we have Missing. Now, this one is speaking to, it's the international flavor I just spoke of, the Chinese tennis star, Bing Xiao. She's been missing for quite some time because she came out with some sexual assault allegations towards a powerful Chinese politician of the Communist Party there. So my question is, we've talked about these type of things in the past, but this that international flavor, China to be in particular, where do you think the young lady's at?
Let's talk about the article. Like, we haven't even gave any background on, the whole article. But, hey, we do know China is a haven for kidnapping, sex trafficking, and all these other type of trafficking. So, that's nothing new. So, do we have the article to bring up?
We sure do. She's been missing since November the 2nd, when she posted her verified Chinese social media account sexual assault allegations towards Zhang Geli, former vice premier. There's a growing number of tennis stars are speaking out about her disappearance. Naomi Osaka tweeted Tuesday she was in shock after learning that Ping was missing, adding censorship is never okay at any cost. Her whereabouts has garnered even more attention after state media CGTN shared an email supposedly written by her on Wednesday and was sent to Steve Simon, the CEO of the Women's Tennis Association. Simon said in a statement that he had a hard time believing Ping wrote the email and that he tried to get in touch with her multiple times. He repeated his previous calls for independent and verifiable proof of her safety.
You heard that verifiable truth. I mean, like, in Canada, not Canada. I don't know why I keep saying Canada, but in China, like these kidnaps, they're normal. Like this happens. I mean, and you cannot go on speaking. This is a communist state. Like you can't go on speaking on high people, that's in this communistic state. Like, I mean, you're gonna get kidnapped. Things are gonna happen to you. But do I think this has an impact on the word international world tennis world? Yes, because now they're going to be afraid to even speak out. I mean, and this adds to more of this whole strain, this mental strain that's going on these international players, especially these female players.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think China is up for the Winter Olympics.
Yes.
We spoke on the show a few weeks ago in regards to the boycotting that was going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I know, I know we talked about it briefly on one of the shows before, where they were limiting who had access there. The only spectators that are going to be allowed were locals. Yeah. And as far as the competitors, I think it's just them and their coaches, or maybe them and a sponsor or something like that. But they are still locking things down, and I'm like, if I'm on the outside looking in, considering all the international stuff that's going on with Taiwan and Australia, I'd be a little bit concerned about sending anybody over there.
I mean, facts, but that's what it is. When the bad becomes the norm. Because watch this scary stat. There's an estimated 70,000 children are kidnapped in China every year.
70K.
Yes.
That's a lot of babies missing, man.
Hell no, that's a drop in the bucket when you have over 1 billion people in China. So, I mean, it's a lot of people, but I mean, at the end of the day, in the grand, we have 1 billion. That's a drop in the bucket. And that's what I'm saying when I'm talking about the bad has become the norm out there. Because honestly, we all watch First 48. We see it a couple times. And, if you're out here in Dallas, this is the haven, the headquarters for First 48. And if you're not found in the First 48, you're not found. You don't need all the special.
Real talk. Bingo. I agree with you. Unc, man. It's crazy, man. Like you said, it's the norm. Where's she at right now? Question is, man, is she breathing right now? That's the question. And it's crazy that hear all this media stuff, reading this article, she's still missing. We've heard all around the world about stuff like this happening in China. And the people that are speaking on it are either here in America, they ain't there. Because you see the repercussions. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, hopefully, some way, somehow, this girl's, back on soil that people can actually see her and she can relate to, the lifestyle that she was living before. But this situation right here, can't mess with the top dogs in China, man. We seen Rush Hour. We seen make-believe movies that we know, real situations like that are real. So I can only picture Juntao having her. And I'm not even being funny about this because this is what China is. Leroy is exactly right. Everything is a bingo on all causes. The question, and I hopefully answered it, is that hopefully she's breathing.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she's breathing because, I mean, like, when you have this type of stardom, you have some value. And, she probably got some of that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know that, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is how did this impact the world of tennis? That's what it is. And, you know, and sports abroad and everything coming back to China because, you know, I forgot. You just said well, she's an Asian American. Naomi. What's her? I mispronounce her name. How do you say her name?
Naomi Osaka.
Her, yes. I mean, you know, she's put a lot of attention on this whole international tennis game. And, you know, she caught wind of this. So she has a great big following. So, you know, they had people backing out of the Olympic tennis match. You know, it's trying to highlight some of the stress. I mean, you know, there was a lot of people that she's Japanese. Thank you. Yeah, she's Japanese. My apologies, no insult. But yeah, I mean, this whole, you know, but you know, she's still Asian. So this whole Asian hate, this whole everything, this is just highlighting, you know, spotlighting some of the things that the Asian people, Chinese, Japanese, they have to go through. And I think this is going to be a tarnishment on tennis and international sports. So
now,
I don't.
You spoke earlier
about China will come back from this. What did you say?
You had spoke earlier about, you know, it's a good chance that she may resurface. Now they've had some other occurrences of this before. Fan Bingbing, she's one of China's most famous actresses. She suddenly dropped from public view for 4 months in 2018. They thought that something had happened to her, but then she resurfaced. And when she resurfaced, that's when she revealed that she had been held at home by the Chinese government during an investigation into tax evasion, which served as a warning sign from the government to the entertainment industry as a whole.
And that's the thing, you know, because at the end of the day, we got to remember, we have to remember that we're dealing with a communistic state, communistic party, and they control the narrative. They control what sports get aired. They control what they see. So, I mean, I think, you know, this is definitely a political move and a stronghold to show like, hey, you cannot speak on, you can't speak against powerful Chinese government. You know, you can't do that. You know, like, so do I think she will resurface? Will she resurface? I hope, but I think it's a good possibility that she will.
My question, I mean, obviously besides themselves, question for you too. Who are they who are they trying to prove a point to? Because obviously, like we all believe that she will be back, you know, like I said, breathing and she's good now. Who are they trying to make a statement on? Who they try? Do they have something to prove to somebody? We see people talking about in America, you know, what China does and things of that nature. Are they targeting America?
Yes. Everything that's done on international scale, of course, is done for some type of United States approval, because, you know, we're the big brothers of the world. You know, it's NATO, it's us. You know what I'm saying? So yes, they're making a campaign. And guess what? You just said there's the Olympics being held there. The Olympics just got held in Japan. So there's a lot of, money to be made in sports. China is the second biggest country that puts money in sports. So if you look at it, this is the only way that China gets looked at internationally, because everything else is bootleg. I mean, everything coming out of China. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it 100.
The nation of the knockouts.
Nation of the knockouts.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you see made in China, that like, I want a refund. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, what stage do you look at China and and you respect them on? Everyone says, "Oh, they got the fast train." Oh, okay, where is it going? You know what I'm saying? Who's it for? Like, how much did they spend? It's a lot of questions, But at the end of the day, it's sports. That's the only thing we take them seriously on. But I think that they're trying to show that hey, I think they're trying to dress up their image to the international media so that they can host more Olympics and more things of this nature, more international sporting events.
Well, from the outside looking in, I understand. We all know what China's about. They rule with an iron fist, so to speak, and it's either their way or no way. See, wish we would pull out Olympics in China, but America's too weak.
That's
Bingo
the
there, man.
That's the point right there, Pat, man. No bull. And that's the thing right here. I'm going to keep bringing his name up. I'm going to have to. and it's cancer. I'm gonna have to keep bringing his name up. And the fact that he mentioned that, big guys, you know what I'm saying, they're not going to speak on it because they that's the money flow, And in this situation right here, this is an international star. But, hey, we don't really expect Americans to even speak on this issue and what's going on right now. Americans ain't speaking on this issue right now. We see it in American newspapers and stuff. But, I mean, to a point, they can write in, hey, if you pick it up and read it, you'll read it. But it kind of starts making sense when people talk, and then people say this person's crazy, but you go into reports, and this is why here on this bullshit show right here, we give you stuff that the normal person's not looking at. When I say we got to look outside the box sometimes instead of being in. Sometimes it's okay to be different, even with dealing with stuff like this and talking about it.
Fact. Now let me add this one point. Now I'm gonna circle back around to your point, Patrick. So Naomi Osaka tweeted Tuesday. She was in learning that I'm missing some. I'm paraphrasing this, but one thing that I just want to say, Ping was missing adding censorship. Censorship. That's my biggest thing right there. Why is Naomi Osaka? Huh?
That's what they about, though. It's all about the censorship.
What do you think about that? Like, what does censorship mean to you? Let me ask that.
A vacancy of Second Amendment in our case.
Same.
I'm sorry.
I mean, who knows what the Second Amendment is? You just convolute, like, so. I mean, so all right. Well,
being able to speak what's on your mind, the fact that we able to talk about this story right now without any repercussions of it or having us shut down on the internet, they house everything over there. Right. They dictate their TV, their radio, all social media is monitored over there by them. That's censorship.
Exactly. My fault. That was my point where I was talking about earlier about, how they regulate everything, the TV, the media. So what do you think about that? What do you think in your opinion, what do you think censorship is too?
That's what it is. And exactly we'll pick up on Lisa, but the thing is too, censorship, the money creates the censorship. You know what I'm saying? The money creates it. You know what I'm saying? You got to make the money, then the censorship gonna go your way. You know what I'm saying? I remember back in the days watching, you know what I'm saying? I'll pick wrestling here. Today's Monday, Raw's on, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Man got that money in that censorship to keep it rolling. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it ain't even costing them because he got that bread. Over there at WCW, they gotta ask for time in and they gotta get taxed for it. Because they ain't as heavy as Vince was. But people didn't pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? They pay attention to the model and the wrestling and stuff. That's why, guys, in this world, you got to go outside the box and think of stuff.
And that's why I showed the difference. You got a good point. Now, I want to piggyback off of that, when you said the money. And with the censorship, you got to follow the money. It happens with power. But guess what? That also enslaves the people. You know what I'm saying? It also pushes people out because now you can only give us what we want. You know what I'm saying? That's it, nothing more. And that's what China is doing. They're putting a stronghold on their people, on their sport, and the censorship. Because guess what? You follow the money. It's more than China up in there. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true.
That's true. What came out to me, with that whole censorship. And censorship costs. You know what I'm saying? Because the ship part. We know what censor means, but the ship is a noun. That's the body of being censored. So it's more than China. Like you said, Patrick, China has full control. In order to have full control, you got to have full power of its people and the people surrounding. Because guess what? This story was on a Forbes magazine. See what I'm saying? It didn't make the news. It made Forbes magazine for money. Follow the money, baby.
Guys, a sports way to put it into things. How they say get a championship in sports? Yeah, get a championship in sports. For anybody that can't follow this and paying attention right now, exactly what it is.
Fact. So let's say, before we crown this some bullshit. So what Patrick said, even the Chinese billionaires have no control on censorship in China. What do you mean?
All their wealth, everything is dictated through the government at the end of the day. They can have all, like over here, for instance, you got people like Bill Gates buying up all this property and having all this influence in media and stuff like that. That would not fly in China. They would come in, they would seize his assets, shut them down, and then they would tell their story.
Anyone who knows government knows there's no money in government. But there's money to be found in government, and it comes from these private investors. Because you bring up Bill Gates and you bring up censorship, and Moderna has no censorship, and Bill Gates was involved in Moderna, and that got catapulted along. So that's what I'm like, hey, let us know what you're talking about, because to me, what I'm saying, if you have censorship, that means you have local control and you have control abroad. Because guess what? If you don't have control abroad, the people outside will come and take over. So the Chinese, to your point, I think the Chinese billionaires locally have reached outside, and then they create that censorship. Talking about that, we are censored by STWF Media Group. So don't have to put it out there. But man,
what's y'all ruling on this, fellas?
What'd you say?
What y'all ruling on this story?
Oh, you know what I'm ruling. This is some bull.
Some booty.
That's some bullshit, man. That's some grade A bullshit. But y'all sit back and we're going to be back with more of some bull snigging on this O.T.S.B.S show. We got to pay some bills.
Yeah.
That was good with the people. It's Montreal McNeander, NFL linebacker for the Cleveland Browns and Grambling alumni. I had to come through today. Give a special shout out to my dudes over at STWF Media, the big brand, where you can talk sports with the other NFL players, fans in their Facebook community. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go get them boys a shout out. Go check out their page. And I promise you, man, you're gonna love everything that you hear and enjoy.
Booyah, just like that, fellas.
We back with more of the O.T.S.B.S show, man. And shout out to my guy, man. That's our guy, man. Shout out to him. Appreciate it for hanging out.
Chinese government has 100% control of everything in China. They even have laws that they want control of everything outside of China. That is true. That's why they're trying to punk Taiwan right now and make them come back to the province. They said, we don't care y'all democracy. If anybody else gets involved, we're going to bust y'all too.
Right. See, now I like talking to people that know exactly. And that's why Russia, because like I say, you got to have control outside. Russia backs China. That's their number one backer. That's the reason why America won't jump in on them. That was last segment. So
that's 2-on-1. Yeah.
Hey,
that's
man.
That's another day.
Hey, man, it's what it is, man. We all know living in this world. If you was born in the 60s, you know who the enemy was. Born in the 70s, you know who the enemy was. The 80s, the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and now into the 21st century.
That's right. That's right.
Everybody has stuff made in China. Are y'all wearing stuff now made from China still? Support your local brands.
So speaking of made in China, we know the NBA ties and how they are closely associated with China. But this is speaking on the nature of something that just went down and wasn't even 24 hours ago. And I want to know if this is basketball or football. And this is in reference to this play last night.
Bradley's not going to give them that. So you lose a little defense maybe with Bradley, but they're looking to get something in the way of shooting. So Ellington enters.
We got Isaiah Stewart and LeBron. Isaiah wants some of him. Isaiah's not going away. They called technical fouls because they dusted up in the lane during the free throws. Isaiah's going after him. They've got to hold him back.
That boy, like a cut pig, man.
He's bleeding badly.
He's fighting the man.
How did he get the cut though? I missed it. How did he get the cut?
He got the cut on the elbow at the free throw line, but
They
then
take
it
their hands
wasn't
up. He
no
may go
blood
anyway. They go
pumping.
after him again.
As he
got
went to
hit up the
LeBron
side
and
of the
everything
head.
happened, it just started gushing.
So my question is, it didn't look like LeBron elbowed him hard enough for that. And the previous segment you made mention of WWE. Did he cut himself?
I don't know. No, I don't think he sold it at all. And there's a lot of questions that could be asked about this in between this. Just let everybody know on the show. The suspensions did come out, and we'll talk about that at the end. But going into this right here, first question was, what bickering was happening during the game? I want to know that. I always want to know what's going on before the causes, because I played basketball before. I'm pretty sure you guys played basketball, know the game if you haven't. When you're at the free throw line and you're in the middle of the block, you're boxing out the guy down low. You're not even minding the guy up top. Sometimes you kind of sandwich them, try to for position, but you're going for the low man on the block, which is DeAndre Jordan. You're going for LeBron. So something must have been tickling between that. Definitely caught him with an elbow LeBron did, regardless if it was intent or not intent. It was with intent because LeBron, you think you could just throw him away. That guy Stewart, man, looks like a tight end. Guy that could play in the NFL. You wasn't getting him off that easy. And LeBron, it happened. So overall, the extracurricular activities is kind of what summed this whole thing up. You seen the blood, and he probably just felt a certain type of way. We don't know if this guy's dealt with anything before, in the streets or at home or anything. I think he kind of went into shock, and that's what caused him to be extra pissed off.
Hey, I grew up and got a break ass to get at. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I played down low. I was no shooter. I'm coming down there like that with the Shaq move, man. This, that. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming down there with that shoot. That's it. And if I'm boxing you out, I'm boxing you out all the way and go. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's what he said. Patrick said, didn't he kick Luka? And that saw a picture someone posted. Wait, so who did that? That's what you're talking about.
Isaiah Stewart, he plays for the Detroit Pistons, second-year player. He was an all-rookie selection last year. Pretty stellar season. Having a solid season so far. He's been in a couple incidents, including one with Luka. I don't think that was this season. Blake Griffin, he got into a little altercation with Blake Griffin. And he was actually, I seen a picture today with him in the face of NBA Finals MVP, the Greek Freak. And now you step into the kingdom of James.
That was my point. They should fight. They should have not suspended LeBron James, because to me, LeBron James, it happened during a basketball move. You know what I'm saying? It would be different if, they were just, far like with the Luka, not with the Luka, with the Joker. How they just ran into the back of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's different. If it happened during a basketball move, it could be debated if it was accidental. You know what I'm saying? And, LeBron character speak, it precedes him. Now, this guy, you can tell how he running around, he hopping and doing all of this. Like, say, partner, you know what I'm saying? You ain't in the parking lot of no club, man. You know what I'm saying? You in the NBA, like, have some prestige and some courteous, and, something about yourself, because what I seen out there, was not the behavior of a guy that, that just happens.
I think a little bit more. I put a little sideline to why LeBron probably got the game. And I think he probably got the game, and though LeBron probably apologized or something to him, whatever the case was, maybe something that was said didn't tick his mind the right way. Something. At the end of the day, I said this morning to myself, I said, if anything, LeBron will get a pity pat like suspension a game, and and Stewart would get 1 to 3 games and a fine. And ultimately, that's how it went down. Blood was on his face, got extra excited in a negative way. For all he did, he should have just. He knocked a couple of officials down.
He did. He cleaned out.
That's what you say. He was like a fat kid kid just mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, he gushing already. And then shout out to Russell Westbrook, who ran all the way around, came back like he was about to get on his ass, and then he stopped and just walked away. I was like, wait, what just happened? But yeah, I mean, to me, that whole thing was just crazy.
There's another view.
Oh! You don't know! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! This crazy as fuck. I ain't seen that shit.
If anything, the way he cleared that floor, though, he needs to be playing defensive end for somebody.
They said he also ran in the locker room. After going headed to the back, he ran into the back of the locker room. They had to restrain him, running into the back. Hey, this is wild, and it's crazy because I was hearing from a few people in Detroit that I know that couple days back was the anniversary of the infamous Malice in the Palace.
Right.
Maybe the Pistons organization kind of tweeted in the air and said, "Hey, kind of make it that it's just us now, and we're more famous for it, and not the Indiana Pacers." But it backfired, it failed. The NBA, nobody gonna hit nobody. We know that. Sorry that Stewart's eyes like that and all.
I ain't sorry.
They play again this Sunday.
Ooh.
In LA.
They're probably gonna be their first game back.
So Stewart better watch out for the Crips and the Bloods and the up and the top and the top and the top.
Well, I'm telling you, like that shows what they say you can take the player out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the player, or something like that. So they even shut down the old Pistons state. I mean, the whole Pistons arena. They demolished it, and they still have that behavior in their culture. So watch this. This is one thing that I want to point out. Everyone in the league knows LeBron isn't a dirty guy. Fellow Lakers star Anthony Davis said, as soon as he did it, he looked back and told him, "My bad." But see what I'm saying? I had to do this on my iPad to find that statement. You know what I'm saying? But it was overshadowed by all of this other stuff with bloody nose, bloody eye, and all of this other stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how the media plays into it. Shout out to STWF Media Group. But you will not find that out. But you're gonna, they're gonna highlight the blood, the one that gets everyone's attention. Because at the end of the day, this is what I'm talking about. This guy, Stewart, you know what I'm saying? Like, he went out and victimized LeBron James. That's how it's going in my book, because LeBron James has too much to lose and this guy has too much to gain.
Absolutely. Our media airways is exactly like that today. I feel. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, took the side of LeBron, though he did that. The way he went about it, you know what I'm saying, was trying to be harm and be good. So at the end of the day, he went about it the right way. He tried to get the man's phone number to even contact him and reach him. You know what I'm saying? Try to go that deep. You know what I'm saying? He don't want this to linger. He don't want this young kid's career to go into a bombshell because of an incident. You know what I'm saying? We know he's human.
We're worried about this young kid's career. This young kid's career is going to skyrocket because he's going to be on TMZ, Good Morning America. He's going to have a book. This is going, and then like you just said, because this happens on the brink of the anniversary. This is like Final Destination type thing here. And with LeBron James, he's the spokesperson for the NBA players. This tarnishes his record, his reputation. That's all I'm saying.
I got to say, as far as a young man, you never know where your road may take you, but we all know it's the inevitable. After LeBron gets done playing, he's going to own the team. You might be looking for work. He might be the owner you need to hire.
You looking for that vein. I'm sorry. Ask Delonte West.
Oh, that's cold.
Hey, man, it's the O.T.S.B.S Show. It's Monday, man. It's Monday. Nobody knows.
Patrick says someone checked the water in Detroit. They got steroids to cause this roid rage. Yeah, he was off the chain, man.
Something is going on for real. For real.
But I don't think LeBron had any malicious intent, as we stated earlier. It's not his reputation. No, this is the first incident he's had like this, and he's been playing forever. Yeah. So I think at the end of the day, man, that dude needs to just chill out. Take that I think he got a 2-game suspension, right?
I
He
check.
got two game suspension, $950,000 fine for his actions on Sunday. LeBron James gets 2 games. And I'm gonna just say it like this: the city of Detroit's gonna pay that fine for that man. If Detroit doesn't pay the fine for that man, then Detroit basketball will always remain Detroit basketball. If you know what.
Detroit's gonna pay. This is gonna linger on for Detroit for years to come.
They don't care. They've been like this for the last.
It's Detroit.
Hey,
no harm to Detroit folks, man.
At least it's consistent, bro.
That is true. That is true. Wait, so Pappy said Uncle Leroy called Jermaine on the. I heard that live. That live in South Lake. I heard you live in South Lake. Oh. Hey, let me find out you a private investigator. You.
Oh, Patrick is, man. Speaking of that, man, me and Patrick, he helped me out on some investigating in Vegas while I was there. You know, I told everybody I had the inside scoop on John Gruden. I heard John Gruden from a guy that was walking past me that he was at one of the casinos talking about the whole thing with the Raiders. Comes out a week and a half later, John Gruden suing the NFL. So, you know, things like that. I went down there to investigate John Gruden, and I found some information. And Patrick, you know what I'm saying? With his information, we was able to find something to blend and bring it to the sports world. And then Stephen A. Smith tried to take it from us. You know guess what? They can't take it from us.
I think that story and this story is some cut it out.
Hey, I'm just letting everybody know. I had to go get Jerry's text messages and emails. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
We gotta take our last break, fellas. Pay a couple of bills. We'll be back in about 15-20.
Booyah.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's cornerback Delvin Breaux here from your favorite team, New Orleans Saints. I just want to go ahead on and give a shout out to STWF Media for allowing me to come on and talk about my testimony, my story, and also talk fantasy football. I just want to say thank you, man, for the honor. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tonight at 7:30 Central Time. Bro Show out.
What's up, folks? We back, Jack. You know, just like that. Welcome to the last segment of the O.T.S.B.S Show.
Just like a shout out to my guy Delvin Breaux, man. Y'all check him out. Barnes and Noble, Amazon. His book Unbroken. It's a great story. Tell about his childhood and things that motivate him. Shout out to Delvin Breaux, man. Former New Orleans Saints player.
Yes, sir. All right, fellas. Last topic of the night. This dub almost over. This is particular to this dude. Shout out to my pops, because he's like, this dude is on more commercials than he is touchdown passes. And I'm talking about Baker Mayfield. So, as we all know, 2-3 weeks ago, the whole meltdown between him and OBJ's and his father. I think the Heat trying to turn up on Baker. Because recently, he and his significant other seem to be beefing with the locals there. So this past actually yesterday after the game, he takes a shot at the Browns fans who booed him during the win against the Lions. Is Baker Mayfield time almost over there?
I'll let you answer that first, too, because you know I've been saying Baker Mayfield is a bust since who that Leaf fella or somebody that came from Miami? Ryan Leaf.
In terms of time, and we've all grown up and seen the Cleveland Browns play football. For them to even be relevant in terms of, you know, having this much news hype on them is very new to these guys that never won. So when you win last year and you had some success, you gained some success the last few years, and then this year you're underachieving, and it does fall on Baker. and Baker's time may be out there. And that game against the Houston Texans, where he went for a tackle and basically his season ended. He's dealing with shoulder problems.
Yeah,
He been
torn
on the
rotator cuff, right?
rotator cuff. He's dealing with stuff. So now it's like you're on the field. You know what Baker should have did? And he could have did this. And this is why I shout him out for being on the field and competing. Could have opted out and had weeks off and had surgery for it. But he's playing for the team. So it's kind of 50-50 right now, where your real fans are going to look at that and then, like he said in the comment, you know, they're probably the same fans, you know, being loud on offense when we're trying to concentrate. So it's kind of like the Cleveland fans are getting mad right now because they see the success that they had last year going into this season, going into a downfall. You see Lamar Jackson and the Ravens pull a one out. You know, Pittsburgh, though they didn't win last night, you see Pittsburgh, you know, still trying to hang around. You see the Cincinnati Bengals, you know what I'm saying, up in the group. And y'all supposed to be better than the Cincinnati Bengals. And they live in Ohio. So I can just imagine how these Browns fans get because we already know how they've been.
My turn. My mic on? Mic check. Hello. Okay. So, you know, this is O.T.S.B.S Show, so I can come out with some, you know, I can be a little colorful in talk and tone. So, you know, Baker Mayfield is a white athletic quarterback. So, you know, every athletic quarterback they say is a run first quarterback. So, you know, by him being a white athletic quarterback, they're going to give him more, and he got swag, you know, he got a little soft, but, you know, by him having that ability to run the ball, they're going to give him some more glory, some more spotlight because they want to highlight that point, you know, because now they feel like they got a guy that can compete with the black quarterbacks. Now watch this. He was drafted in what year?
2018.
Yeah. Number 1 draft pick before Josh Allen. Lamar Jackson. Oh. Nick Chubb. I mean, you know, Saquon Barkley. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this guy's a freaking bust. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you know what? He's like the old bag of Lay's chips where he got this much of chip bag and this much of chips. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he was always a letdown. Like
all hype.
Exactly. He was good in in college and high school. Yes, the guy had great accolades, but after that, they seen something. They seen a product that they can make money off of, that they can make millions off of, and it was Baker Mayfield. This guy, like you said, he's been on all these commercials. Why? Because he's a white guy with swag, and he can run the ball. And he can, you know, he was put up in competition with Lamar Jackson. So the Browns never really saw success in Baker Mayfield. What they saw success in last year was the run game, and that's who they've been since they were the Baltimore Browns or whoever they were. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's their identity. They never had a good quarterback, and that's why they've been through so many in this time frame. Now, Baker Mayfield, he's going to be a backup quarterback, period. Now, as far as with the Browns, they got to get back to running the ball, and I think OBJ said it seasons ago that Baker Mayfield was not a good quarterback. So, yeah, I'm going to get off my rant on Baker Mayfield, but he's a bust. Next.
So Patrick says Baker's going to be a backup. His antics has cost him millions, and Sooner Nation elevated his game.
I'll say his antics made him those millions because, you know, he had sauce. You know, he was the guy to talk up against the, you know, OBJs. You know, like, I think that's what actually made him his millions. Now, because we know it wasn't his play on the football field.
Baker Mayfield comes off as a complete tool, in my opinion. Now, his response, he's a tool. His response to the fans yesterday that booed him in the second half, those are probably the same fans that won't be quiet while we're on offense and trying to operate. So I really don't care.
So how did that make him a tool? That makes him seem like a guy that knows how to crush the fans.
This has been his problem since college. He talked too damn much. Go out and play ball and be quiet. You talk too much, you bring attention.
That's Johnny Football. That's Johnny Football. He talked too much.
Johnny Football. He got an excuse. He was high and he was drunk.
Can we say the world hates Baker?
No, the world loves Baker.
No. I'm not talking about the commercial guys because I mean those are the only people that matter. But we can say us as a whole, us people here, us between us and the show and people we communicate with. A large majority of us don't like Baker Mayfield.
That's true.
There's 2 out of 3 of us here. I can appreciate Baker. You just gave your thoughts about Baker.
Oh yeah, I don't like Baker at all.
No, but that's what it is. No, that's what it is. So it's the world against Baker. He went into a place in Cleveland, and Cleveland thought they had their savior.
Yeah.
And then Cleveland, this is fair weather. This is the definition of fair weather fans. Definition of fair weather fans in Cleveland. Because
this is a crucial one here.
He's a fair weather. They're fair weather fans.
Patrick said the second contract for QBs are the big ones. Someone look at him and grab their nuts. That's the thing. They picked up his 5th-year option for next year.
I thought he was playing for. I thought he's under a contract year, and that's why he chose to play through that shoulder injury because he's looking to get that looking to get a contract.
Now they already picked it up because they would have had to make that designation last year going into this year. So they did pick it up. His base salary for next year is almost $19 million, just under $19 million for that year.
But for a quarterback, that's not. I don't think that's much. Ryan Tannehill.
No, it's not. It's not much. He's only counting 8% towards the overall, 8.5% towards the overall salary cap. But the thing is, and it's probably good that it's happening now because there's no really franchise quarterbacks coming out this year in the draft. It get him the opportunity to take a look at him next year to see if he improves and takes the next step to get them to the playoffs and be competitive. Or at that point in time, they have to start making a decision of they need to give it a look for another quarterback.
Yeah, because we got to look at the absence. We got to look at it assets too, man. I'm not even trying to put the injury on the top of it, but I mean, you can't say nothing about Baker Mayfield and can't mention what he's playing through right now. You know what I'm saying? Or even imagine what he's playing through right now. On top of the fans are starting to hate him, the media is on him. Like it's not nothing to baby him. At the same time, you've done your part too, Baker. You know, you took that hit. You took that hit that day, and you shouldn't have. And you cost your team games. You know, the Browns, though, should have been got rid of OBJ and brought some value in return over there. You end up getting nothing for him. You leave the headache. You leave him in the locker room. No, you leave him in the locker room. And this is to your point, Unc, and this is why I agree with you on this point. They only cared about what money was coming in. They didn't care about him because if this is your ride or die QB, the moment OBJ opened his mouth and you thought Baker was more important than him, you would have been through OBJ out, but you never did that.
Right.
So it is crazy now that this man who is giving his all for a franchise, and the franchise is basically like, hey, F you. You're messing up our franchise, and your franchise has already been messed up. I don't really
That's why you don't mess with losers, man. Because at the end of the day, if you try to tell them the loser they're gonna win, they're gonna be like, "Nah, I'm used to losing." Like, you know,
Baker Mayfield might be at the end of his career the winningest QB in Browns history. The winningest QB in Browns history, and guess what he's gonna get? No respect, just like the Browns football.
That's the Browns being the Browns.
Browns being the Browns. The Lions being the Lions.
Right. I'm gonna play it right here for everybody. I'm gonna put it in for everybody right now. Real talk. I'm gonna say this right now, and everybody can laugh at me right now. But hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving turkey. The Lions will win on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hot sports opinion.
The Lions will beat the Bears on Thanksgiving.
I can kind of see that.
With Boyle as a quarterback? with Toe Jam Boyle? No, man. Exactly.
You talk about golf? You talk about golf or the other guy?
Boyle.
Hey, I believe that the Lions will beat the Bears to start. Everybody's just giving it be the worst win ever.
I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Oh, I'm sorry. I was in the moment with you. We were all believing, right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, man.
Hey, Baker, I hope I hope he comes back around just to put something into perspective. I think his time in Cleveland is coming to an end. Just my opinion, obviously. He's thrown 10 touchdowns and 6 picks.
Damn. Well,
now
I can tell you the Browns' new, I can tell you their new logo. Can we all agree to disagree? Like Cleveland, what? Doo-doo. Doo-doo Browns, man. Shout out to you, Patrick, on that name, man. I like it.
Man. Who got shout-outs first tonight?
Man, got a lot to say. I don't know. But I guess I'll take first down. Shout out to you, Patrick, man. Appreciate you as always hanging out with everybody who hung out with us. And you can see it in my backdrop. We got Casino on December the 11th. And we also have our Ugly Sweater, the Ugly Sweater Christmas party and casino night. We're going to have a craps table. So if you know how to shoot craps, come out, holler at us. We're going to have a blackjack table. We're going to have some funny money. So, take some pictures and have some prizes for all our winners. So it's going to be a good time. And, if you're not able to make the party out here in Grand Prairie in the Dallas area, you can make the Ugly Sweater contest online. So, you can definitely dress up in your favorite ugly sweater and just get on your camera and hang out with us and, get a chance to win $200. So shout out to everybody in the brand and the group that supports us. Got a lot of good things coming up for 2022, and that's all I got, man. What y'all got?
Shout out to everybody uptown, downtown, all around. You know what I'm saying? Best believe. Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs defense yesterday, man, for playing defense against our defense, and ultimately y'all scored a few more points early to win. Shout out to the Cowboys defense, because in years past where we can say we can't really depend on our defense has been the kind of segment that we could depend on. So offense step up. And Jerry Jones, I'm going to be talking to you tomorrow how you can do that on Thanksgiving. Because if you don't win on Thursday, my turkey is getting thrown into my TV. And
I bet you won't do it.
Go viral now.
I bet you won't do it. Let me see.
There'll be nobody eating Thanksgiving dinner. The Cowboys don't win.
Okay.
So everybody starve until the Cowboys game's over. Except for my kids. I let my girl starve. My girl got to come with me, dog, because she a Patriots fan, so you definitely gonna starve. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta hear her mouth about the goddamn Patriots anyway. Shout out to the Patriots too, man. You know what I'm saying? They making noise, man.
Hey, shout out to you fellas. Shout out to the fam. Hey, gotta pay homage. Shout out to the Chiefs, man. They came from the top turnbuckle on us yesterday. Did us in. All I can do is take your licks, lick your wound, and keep on moving, man. It's a long season. And
shout out to the Eagles too, man.
Shout out to Patrick, man. We appreciate you jumping on here with us, man. Hey, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Be here tomorrow for the Sports Chatter Show. Get y'all comments up in the group. We might pick it, be something to talk about, so you can shine online. With that being said, man. With that being said, we appreciate y'all tuning in with us tonight. See you tomorrow at 7:30. Peace.
Out.